8-Bit Dylan. Time for the intro to my videos. Just make weird noises with your mouth. Welcome everyone to Danganronpa, the Sims 4 edition. In here we've got our 10 students who have just woken up out of their brand new beds, unsure of exactly where they're at, and I'm going to have them all report to the gymnasium so that way they can get a little bit of an introduction from Monokuma himself. Every single one of these students is brand spanking new, not from the original Danganronpa series. These are all custom-made Sims that I did myself, and the storyline of this series will not follow the traditional Danganronpa formula. So expect twists, expect lots of new things to occur, and expect murders aplenty. Now that everyone's awake, let's force them over to the gymnasium so they can speak with Monokuma and learn exactly what it is they're going to have to do.
Welcome, students, to Hope's Peak Academy. It is me, your headmaster, Monokuma.
The students looked at Monokuma with a lot of confusion. Why exactly was a robotic bear their headmaster? And where exactly were they? And how did they even get here? They had so many questions.
You all were handpicked because of your special abilities that each of you have within you. This school only allows the brightest and the best, and some of the worst as well. So all of you will be living inside of this school for the rest of your lives.
Sata was the first to react, immediately springing up, scared out of her mind that she would have to stay inside the school for the rest of her life. After Sata raised her voice, Rei immediately started shouting out as well, "You can't keep us here for the rest of our lives, Monokuma."
There's no way out of this school. The doors are locked and there's no windows anywhere in sight. There is, however, one way out of this school. You'll have to get away with murder.
Everyone was shocked to learn that the only way to exit the school was if they could get away with murder.
That's right, I didn't stutter. The only way out of this school is if you can get away with murder. Otherwise, you're going to spend your miserable, pathetic lives all within Hope's Peak Academy's walls. Inside your handbooks are the rules to the school. Try not to die, and good luck, everyone.
After that, Monokuma mysteriously disappeared, leaving all 10 of the students shocked and awed within the gymnasium. They quickly opened up their handbooks and looked at the rules listed that stated exactly what they had to follow while living inside Hope's Peak Academy's walls. Rule number 1, students may reside only within the school. Leaving campus is an unacceptable use of time. Rule 2, nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Rule number 3, sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. Rule number 4, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Rule number 5, violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited, as is destruction of surveillance cameras. Rule number 6, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. And finally, rule number 7, additional school regulations may be added if necessary. Now that they know the rules of the school, I'm going to let our students loose inside of the academy's walls to see what they're going to do. There are some places that are off limits though. The door to the second floor of Hope's Peak Academy has been locked. The front door has been locked. This mysterious red door has been locked. Other than that, everywhere else is free game. They can explore as they choose, as they please. Each student has their very own bathroom and their own bedroom. Some things to note, that every door has its own lock that must be locked by the student themselves. We have color-coded bathrooms for the men and the women, and each bedroom is very sparse in decoration and supplies. It also should be noted that every female bathroom does have a lock on it, but the men's rooms do not. Other than that, there are no more rules in this game of Danganronpa. So if you're a viewer at home, I hope you are paying attention. Make sure to take notes because it'll be up to you at the end of every single episode in this series to solve the murder mystery. Each episode, a murder is going to happen, and it'll be up to you to determine exactly how the crime was committed and who the blackened is. For those that don't know, the blackened is the person who committed the murder. Once the murder has happened, all the evidence will be given to you, so you should be able to determine exactly who did it and how the crime was committed by following all of the notes throughout the episode, as well as figuring out, based off the evidence, how things happened. If at least one person in the comment section successfully solves the crime, then the next episode will be posted. The series will continue until the very end, but only if people can successfully solve the crimes. We'll get more into that later on, but for now, let's let the students loose and see what they're gonna do. And everyone is off. It seems that some people have decided to start talking to each other. I know Ray immediately just dashed out of that gymnasium, and I think he might be headed towards, he's headed towards the cafeteria. He's gonna get himself some food. He's gonna go to the dining area. Everyone else seems to be talking with each other, getting to know one another. The students have decided that they are all going to have dinner together later tonight to get to know each and every single one of the students who are inside the school. They've decided this in order to better know each other so that way they can feel a little bit safer because of this murderous game that's afoot. Which also means that you guys, the viewers, will also learn some facts about all of the students in this school over time. So make sure to be taking notes because everything could come into play when it comes to the murder mystery. I see that Ray's got himself some food. He is not slowing down. Oh, where's Sata going? Sata's sad. Oh no. Poor Sata. I mean, I would be sad too if I knew that people were out to try and murder me. Oh, she's crying. She's like, I just want to do makeup. Now, unlike the actual Danganronpa series, like I said before, there are some changes to this as opposed to the actual Danganronpa anime and the Danganronpa game. As you can tell, some rooms that were normally locked are not locked, like the nurse's office, as well as the number of students is a lot lower than the actual Danganronpa series. There will be more changes throughout the course of this video series on YouTube. Aww, Kohana's so tired, she's taking a nap. As long as she doesn't take a full sleep, as long as she's just napping, she's not breaking any rules. Yeah, she's just taking a nap, so technically she's not breaking any rules. Everyone's just taking naps. Why are they taking naps? The Sims are so weird. Why is their energy low? Oh my god, I don't understand that. For some reason, their energy levels are super low. Whatever, I guess y'all can nap, it's whatever. Euresa's looking fierce in her towel and her pink hair. I don't know why she's rocking a towel, but I ain't gonna knock it. I guess it's just nap time for everyone. Wow, y'all are really starting off this Danganronpa series with an exciting start. Also, I apologize for the cringy voice acting. For some reason, I just cannot do my Monokuma voice today like I was on my streams. I don't know why. I usually do a pretty good Monokuma voice, but today was just not one of those days. I think it's because my throat was just killing me today. So we've got like the AV room, we've got some classrooms. This is a store, though I don't think anyone's gonna actually use this. We've got a nurse's office. We've got some bathrooms here. We've got the dining room. We've got the kitchen. We've got a locker room. We've got the bathhouse. And we've got the sauna. We also have a laundry room, which is actually just a dishwasher because there's not actual, washers and dryers here in The Sims 4. So yeah, this is just gonna be the dishwashing room. We've got the trash room, or the trash compactor room. We've got a bunch of other bathrooms, and then all the bedrooms. And that's just the first floor. As the series goes on, there will be additional floors that'll be unlocked that have new rooms. Ooh, someone's already using the sauna? Interesting. Is that where, that's where all the towels are coming from. Oh my god. Everyone's just gonna be rocking a towel now. What? Ooh, Kohana, I see you talking to Ray. Is she flirting? Is she flirting? Oh my god, this is so awkward. Oh my god, this is so awkward. No, why are they meeting inside the bathroom stalls? Oh my. Is there already some LGBT romances starting up? He's like, this is awkward. I'm gonna have to go past you, Tetsu. Sorry about that. The moment when there's multiple... Ew! Ew! Are you What are you doing, Ray? I saw that hand. You better get that hand away from his genitalia, you nasty. Everything's gonna be, fine and dandy up until someone dies. All right, it's about 5 p.m., so I'm gonna have everyone meet inside the dining room, and we're gonna learn a little bit more about each of the students at the school. All right, so everyone's inside the dining hall, and everyone has agreed to do some kind of icebreaker so they can learn a little bit more about each other. So I'm gonna go down the line and reveal a little bit about everyone, as well as a secret little fact that you might not know. This is Aya Arita. She's 17 years old from Osaka, and she's from the metal group Harpy Harlots. And she's had over 12 piercings before on her entire body. That's her little fact that she shared with the rest of the student body. This is Hokusai Sumadera. He's 17 years old from Kobe, and he is a chess prodigy and a national champion when it comes to chess. A little fact about him, though, is he's a neat freak with OCD. This is Tetsuo Oyama. He's 17 years old from Tokyo, and he's a collector and runs one of the largest Star Wars forums on the internet. A fun fact about him is he loves to sing karaoke. This is Tokyo Sakaguchi. She is 18 years old from Chiba, and she's an ultra fan of K-pop and has been to over 200 concerts throughout her entire life. A fun fact about her, though, is outside of K-pop, she actually really loves 70s American music. This is Ibizo Yabuda. He is 19 years old from Sendai. He's a bodybuilder who also trains celebrities in his family's gym. A fun fact about him, though, is he wants to someday get into boxing. This is Yurisa Mifune. She's 19 years old from Kyoto. She is a national champion volleyball player with a specialty in spiking. A fun fact about her, though, is she tends to have really bad allergies. This is Masashi Suzumi. He's 18 years old from Osaka. He is an entrepreneur and owns 3 different businesses in technology. A fun fact about him, though, is he has a serious fear of the dark. This is Sata Nobusawa. She's 18 years old from Tokyo. She's a beauty blogger and a YouTuber focusing on makeup. A fun fact about her, though, is she does tend to be pretty superstitious. This is Kohana Katsuragi. She's 17 years old from Kyoto. She is a high marks baker, and she's appeared on television before because of her baking expertise. A fun fact about her, though, is she actually hates the taste of vanilla. And this is Rei Higashi, but before he's able to reveal anything about himself, he storms out of the dining hall, not wanting to reveal anything about himself to the rest of the students. He likes to keep his secrets secret. Thankfully, Aya is able to recognize him from a dance crew that's very popular in Japan called Mix Crew, and that he is a really, really good breakdancer. After dinner, they all agree it's about time they all head to bed, so everyone goes back to their bedrooms for the night to get some sleep for their first night here in Hope's Peak Academy. So Rei Higashi's the first person to wake up the next day, and as he goes towards the kitchen, he notices that there's black ink all over the sink inside the kitchen. He's not sure what that actually means, but he's very curious about it. Ignore the fact that a mysterious second stove appeared. I needed some more because they weren't cooking enough. All right, so there. Now we have multiple stoves for them to cook on. Everyone is just like open about prancing around in their underwear. Like, Ibiza, what are you doing? Stop! Put on some clothes. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Masashi is like cleaning the classrooms. Is he a neat freak as well, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. So as Aya is walking around the school, people notice that she's got black ink stains all over her hands. What was she doing mysteriously last night? Curious about the stains, Masashi decides to go and ask her, and he learns that she hates the color pink so much that she actually found some dye inside of the student store and was able to dye her entire room black along with her towels and everything else that she could find inside of that bathroom. So now she's got like an all black bathroom that fits her aesthetic. He's like, all right, whatever, girl, but he gets easily freaked out by the fact that her hands are stained black. And the neat freak inside of him can't stand that. And so he goes back to cleaning one of the desks inside the classroom. Overall, it seems to be like a pretty easy day. Nothing too crazy. People are just relaxing, getting to know each other, and nothing too crazy happens their second day here at Hope's Peak Academy. But there is still that overwhelming dread of them being stuck here for the rest of their lives. What's happening with their families? Will they ever see their friends again? How will they escape here? Are they truly trapped here for the rest of their lives? Ooh, Sata and Rei are fighting inside the locker room. They don't seem to like each other at all. Oh my. We got people doing their laundry here in the laundry room. See, it's a pretty calm day. Everyone seems to be loving the sauna. Ooh, Rei is angry. Holy crap. Homeboy's got some anger issues going on. He just kicked over one of the trash cans inside the trash room, and now it's a mess. Obviously, nothing else too crazy is going to happen for the rest of today, so we are going to be fast forwarding to the nighttime, where maybe some nefarious things are about to happen. It was only a matter of time before the students started turning on one another. And early in the morning on their third day here at Hope's Peak Academy, the first dead body was discovered. The first 3 people to discover the body were Yurisa, Sata, and Masashi. The moment they all 3 discovered the corpse, suddenly,
A body has been discovered. It's time for your first investigation phase. One of you has committed murder on school grounds. How this investigation will work is I will provide you with the autopsy results. Then you'll get a little bit of time to investigate the surrounding crime scene to look for any clues that might lead you to who could have committed this murder. After a set amount of time, the class trial will begin, where you can present your evidence to try and find out who the blackened is. But if the blackened can get away with murder, then they will walk out of this school scot-free, and the rest of you will be punished. So, good luck everyone, and try not to die.
So here's how the investigation portion of this episode is going to work. I will present to you guys the clues that were found by the students during this investigation phase. It will then be your job to put together all of the clues that were found in this episode, along with all of your notes from the rest of this episode, to try and determine how you think the crime was committed and who murdered Ibizo. If at least one of you can successfully solve this crime, then in the trial episode that happens next week, the murderer will be found and the next episode will happen. Otherwise, if no one is successfully able to solve this crime, the murderer will win the game and the series will end after the first episode. So it's up to you guys to solve the mysteries if you want to see more Danganronpa in the future. Alright, enough about the explanations, it's time to get into the facts. The victim is one Ibizo Yabuda, the ultimate bodybuilder. He was found dead in the hallway outside the dorm rooms where everyone was sleeping last night. Time of death was approximated around 3 a.m. this morning. The cause of death appears to be a piece of glass that was found stabbed into the side of his neck. The murder weapon appears to be a 7-inch long piece of glass stabbed into the side of his neck. Upon further examination, a single piece of pink thread was found on that piece of glass. Other injuries Ibizo seems to have is a bash to the back of the head that was likely caused from his fall to the marbled ground. Appearing clutched in Ibizo's right hand was a handwritten note that said, "Meet me in the laundry room at 2 a.m. The handwriting appears to be super legible and very well meticulously written out. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be any sort of irregularities between Ibizo's body, the blood splatters, and the rest of the crime scene. It should be noted that Ibizo's room is the second room in this hallway, so he did die slightly right outside where his bedroom was. Meanwhile, during the day, Tokyo discovered that inside of the female restroom in the dormitory area, there was a broken mirror inside the room. Mysteriously, there didn't seem to be any glass in the surrounding area, but the bathroom did appear to be recently cleaned. After the discovery of the broken mirror, Masashi noticed that the handwriting on the note exactly matched Sata's handwriting. So Masashi decided to confront Sata and ask her why she had left a handwritten note for Ibizo to tell him to meet her in the laundry room at 2 a.m. Despite being flustered and angry, Sata gave in and decided to explain exactly why she left the note. Supposedly, Sata had a thing for Ebizo and wanted really bad to make out with him. So she tried her best to entice him by leaving a seductive note underneath of his door, letting him know to meet her in the laundry room so they could make out. She says that she waited for him forever in the laundry room, and he didn't show up for another 30 minutes after she said originally to meet up. It was then that they had a brief conversation, and when Sata exposed her feelings to Ebizo, he completely rejected her. Feeling sad and angered, she stormed out of the laundry room and ran back to her room, where she decided to sleep for the night. She swears that was the last time she saw Ebizo was around 2:45 a.m. last night in the laundry room. After learning that information, some of the students went to go investigate the laundry room, but sadly, no clues were found, except Setsu noticed something super strange about the laundry room. Setsu says that he was trying to dry his clothes last night around midnight, and when he put his clothes in the dryer, he decided to leave them there so that way he could go pick them up early in the morning. But when he woke up this morning after the discovery of the body and everything that had happened, he came into the laundry room and noticed that his underwear were neatly stacked in the corner of the room. He doesn't know exactly how they got there, but he does know that someone had to have moved them from the dryer because underwear don't move on their own. Tokyo wanted to further investigate into Sata's claims that she saw Ebizo last night. Sata says that Ebizo was not the only person who knew that she wanted to meet up with him last night. In fact, she did talk about it in the dining room once before. Sata claims that when she was talking about it inside the dining room, it was her, Hokusai, Kohana, Aya, and Rei who were all inside of that dining room that all could have overheard her conversation about her meeting with Ebizo late last night. Before any more information can be shared though, the bell tolls and Monokuma lets everyone know that it's time to meet up for the class trial. You should now have all of the information that you need in order to solve this mystery. Can you do it though? Leave a comment down below explaining exactly how the crime took place. Start exactly from the beginning and go all the way up until Ebizo is killed. Let me know exactly your thoughts on the crime. Tell me exactly who did it. Leave your theories down below. And if at least one of you completely solves this crime, then you have stopped the murderer and the next episode can successfully happen. Which means in next week's episode of Danganronpa in The Sims 4, we will be doing the class trial where we're gonna learn the results of the mystery and we'll get our second murder in Danganronpa. That is, if someone can successfully solve the case. So go back, review all of the clues that were found, review all of the notes that you may have taken, and good luck, Super Sleuths, in finding who the blackened murderer is. And I will see you guys in the future with another video, and until then, stay awesome, stay beautiful, you lovely people. Bye-bye.